Okay, so I'm going to show you how to tune an RTX 3070. I'm running NiceHash. I have four 3070s, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then two 3060 Ti's and a regular 3060. So I'm going to show you how to get really max efficiency out of these cards. You can push more power out of it, but I'm aiming for efficiency. So I'm going to show you, if you were to run it at stock settings, just one card, you'll get about 51 mega hash. So I'm going to show you how to do a little bit better. So it's important to do it while you're not mining. So what you're going to want to do is take your card. I'm going to do this 3070. It's actually a Founders Edition card. And here's stock setting. I'm going to hit curve editor. And you're going to see this curve. You're going to hit the far left square. You can bump it up all the way up to like 2000 mega hash, or I'm sorry, megahertz. And then you're going to hit the apply button. And what you're going to see is this arrow, this line is going to go straight, just like that. Okay, I'm going to go a little bit higher just to make sure it's all nice and straight. So maybe it doesn't really matter. So just don't go too high. So 2030. There, now a nice straight line. Okay, so you'll notice that my core clock is on curve and everything is still stock settings. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit the Alt key. I'm gonna hold the Alt key. I'm gonna try and do this while I'm positioning my camera. So hold the Alt key, hold the Alt, and click the leftmost square. I'm gonna bring it down all the way down to 1200. So 1299, 1200. You can play around with these settings. I'm gonna hit actually like 1199. And I'm gonna hit apply. Bada bing, bada boom. So there. Now you'll see. I've just set this setting, my power curve setting, and now I'm gonna hit save. I'm gonna save this as number 5 here. Okay. Now I'm gonna hit back to stock settings, and we're gonna see what happens here. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna hit the NiceHash. All my cards right now are at stock settings. Because if you don't want to overclock while the card's running, I've noticed bad things. So the NiceHash won't build the DAG. So here we go. I'm gonna start mining, and so you'll see I have, on my devices I have 4 3070s, 2 Ti's, and a regular 60. So I'm building the DAG. So it built the DAG on stock settings, because if you try to do too much overclock when it's building the DAG, you'll get errors and it will crash. So I don't want to do that. I just want to make sure the DAG gets nicely built, and then I'll start to tune. I'm gonna actually just go with the 3070 that we just did. So you'll notice my 3070 in particular, it's this card right here, this 51.42 mega hash per second, power 191 watts. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hit my 5 setting, which was my curve, right? You remember this, 1200, and then I'm gonna hit apply. And you'll notice immediately my megahertz goes down, and my memory is still at stock settings. And you notice that my power went way down. Look at this. I'm still at 51 stock settings, but my power went from 103. It's now at 103 compared to earlier, which was like 191. So I've like halved my power. Now this is when I'll start to apply my memory clock. Now you can go higher. I'm gonna go to 1000. Because that's where I'm comfortable doing. This card can actually probably push up to 1200, 1300. But I've noticed that when you overclock too much, NiceHash doesn't like it, especially when you start to rebuild the DAG, you get a lot of errors. So, and causing it to crash. And I like stability more than the power. So I just like to run it. And the most I've ever run it was, I had like 5 days where it ran without crashing. And I think it crashed into Windows, and I don't know exactly what happened. So I have to figure that out. But you'll notice, so with my 1000 in the memory clock, I'm still on my curve. Notice I haven't touched the power limit, right? The core clock curve did it all. So we'll see here my after results. So you notice now I'm getting 59 mega hash per second at 113 watts. This efficiency is super good. So that's how you tune a RTX 3070, just by setting the core clock curve and upping the memory clock and hitting go. There you go.